Next up is Dennis Wise. Dennis is the director of a new program that we have in Baltimore called Safe Streets. He is the director of that team. That is a program that hires adults who were formerly involved with the justice system, many of them who have spent many years in prison, who are now back in their neighborhoods, keeping streets safe, basically. Prior to joining YAP, Dennis spent 37 years in prison. He is committed to using his credibility to reduce homicides by building rapport and changing behaviors in his neighborhood. Dennis is honored to work for YAP Safe Streets, where he is empowering his neighbors with tools and resources to succeed in their lives. Dennis, welcome.
Good evening. I'm the fifth son in a family of 7 boys and 2 girls. Growing up in Baltimore, all 7 boys seemed to embrace trouble as if it was a family tradition. When I was 10 years old, trying to earn money shining shoes, some older boys robbed me. Not long after that, I became a robber and a thief. That led to my first arrest at age 14. When the detectives tried to question me, I refused to talk. So one of them placed a telephone book on top of my head to slam this billy club down on it, knocking me unconscious. When I woke up, I was inside of a jail cell. I had peed all over myself, and my vision was very blurry. YAP was not an option back then, so the judge sent me to juvenile prison. Many people claim the young offenders don't learn anything inside juvenile institutions. That's not true. During my first week there, I learned how to fashion a toothbrush handle and a razor blade into a crude weapon. Later, I learned how to use my forearm to choke someone out. Then I learned how to hide my fear and revulsion when I saw another boy being raped. Those kind of lessons were non-stop. When I got out, aggression guided my every decision. At 16, I beat a guy over the head with a pool stick and was sent straight to adult prison. I was there for the 1968 prison riots sparked by the killing of Martin Luther King. Bitter is the best way to describe how I felt upon release. At age 18, during a botched robbery, I tried to take a cop's gun. He maintained control of the weapon and shot me in the neck and in the jaw, critically wounding me. For that incident, I received a 10-year sentence. But after serving only a couple of years, I managed to escape by using blankets and laundry pins, climbing over 2 big fences. Hiding out in Chicago and New York, my aggression seemed to accelerate, causing me to get shot in the hand. However, I was forced to seek medical treatment. The fugitive squad learned of my predicament and captured me near a hospital. This time they put me in maximum security, but they still had to take me to a hospital to treat my wound. Feeling desperate, during one of those hospital trips, I jumped out of a 3rd floor window, nearly killing myself in the process. 4 years later, I returned to the streets without abandon. In 1979, the feds charged me with being an enforcer for a Chicago-based drug ring, and Maryland sentenced me to life for murder. Behind walls, I continued to be aggressive, so aggressive that Maryland, in 1999, transferred me to Arizona prison, where I stayed for 18 years. I cannot pinpoint exactly when my transformation took place, and I started mentoring young inmates. But I do know that during my 21st year of incarceration, my youngest daughter was born. That's not easy to explain. In 2003, I learned that my name was given to a character in the hit TV series The Wire. In 2012, higher courts ruled that Maryland had been using improper jury instructions for decades. So after serving 38 years, I was released. The bitterness had faded long ago, allowing me to make some much-needed changes within myself. Upon release, I started doing community mobilization work as a volunteer. When YAP became a Safe Street partner, they called me in for an interview. And so at age 68, I got my first honest job. My reputation also changed because people knew I was working with the youth. Last week, when I was in the mall, a lady came up and asked me and told me she knew who I was. She then introduced herself as Adrian and let me know that she follows me on Facebook. Then she told me that her 19-year-old son, Malik, was about to be released from prison, adult prison. Adrian then asked if she could put me in contact with him. And I said, please do. Unfortunately, YAP is not an option for someone who has been in adult prison like Malik. However, since I've been there, I've been where Malik now. However, I've been through what Malik is now up against. And I welcome the opportunity to help him guide me and make the right decision. Thank you.